Espero que nadie se ofenda, pero hasta que no estás aquí dentro no sabes la grandeza de este equipo.
Só nós sentimos assim.
Espero que nadie se ofenda, pero hasta que no estás aquí dentro no sabes la grandeza de este equipo.
Só nós sentimos assim. Por muito desgosto que possamos ter, valores mais altos se levantam. O valor mais alto que se levanta em termos futebolísticos chama-se Benfica.
Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, boys. How are we?
What's up, everybody?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Welcome to another episode of Who Continue Benfiquista podcast, episode 11. Man, it's going to be a good one. After the heated debate last week, we got a little rebuttal going today. Not what we expected from those two games, but it should be interesting for sure. Just to kind of go over some topics for today, what we're going to cover. Late showing in Glasgow. It took us a while to get started, but again, we pulled off the draw against Rangers. We'll touch on that game. PZ must have heard us. We'll have an opportunity for Oscar and Jason to step into the ring, whether you want a boxing ring or you want the octagon, whatever you guys prefer. They'll have a chance to share their thoughts and opinions. 3 important points in Funchal yesterday. Important win, 2-1 away to Marítimo. We'll touch on that game. Jorge Jesus trusts in Otamendi. He said after the game that he still has confidence in him despite the mistake. We'll talk about that, get your opinion. And then we will talk quickly about the Europa League game on Thursday at home to Lech Poznan and share our predictions. And we'll also share a prediction for a Posterity game on Sunday. So before we get started, just a quick shout out to our sponsor, Exotic Dream Rental. Patrick, if you're looking for a rental, let them know. You can book through their Facebook page. Again, Exotic Dream Rental. Let them know we sent you, and then you can get $10 off per day per rental. So again, give them a shout out. Let them know that we sent you. Check them out on Facebook. Before we get started into the topics, we're going to try something new today. If you want to join the conversation with us, we'll have the ability to have you call in to the stream. So you can use either audio and video like we're doing, or you can call in and just use audio, whatever your preference is. You can do it from your phone. It'll launch through your browser. You can do it from a laptop, an iPad, whatever your preference is. And if you're interested, shoot us a message in the comments, and then we'll reach out to you and share a direct link where you can jump in, share your thoughts, ask us a question, ask a question directly to one of us in here. It doesn't have to be to the group, but it could be specifically to one of us, aka if you want to ask about PZ and share your thoughts about PZ and talk to Jason and Oscar, that works too. Oh yeah, Mike mentions the hat. Shout out to Oscar for my Secret Santa gift with some swag here for Continue Benfiquista podcast. Not bad. There's a polo too, but I didn't want to be too swagged out. Be a full kit wanker. I didn't want to be that guy. So let me just bring up my notes here so we can start off on the right track. For the start here, what we're going to do is I'm going to give Jason and Oscar 2 minutes each. And I want them to share their thoughts based on the argument that we had last week about PZ. Here's their chance to put everything on the table. I guess who wants to go first, Jason or Oscar?
Hold on. Let me just get ready.
Oh, we got the pub. Yes.
I'm ready, boys. Let's go. Let's do it.
Jason, should I share the picture now or should I share it after?
I want Oscar to go first.
All right, so we'll do Oscar first, and then we'll share the picture after. So, Oscar, here is your 2 minutes. Have at it. Let us know what you think.
All right. So first, let's start with this. Can you guys hear? All right. Wait.
Oh, he brought props. He got props.
No. I want you guys to hear this. Let me feel if you hear.
I don't know. I may be the only one to say this, but I don't think Peasy's a big time player. I don't think he's a big game player either. Most of his goals come against these little crap teams that like they're not crap teams, but they're like lower tier teams. I don't think like when does Peasy score against Sporting? When does Peasy score against Porto? Like, please tell me, because I can't remember any game that he scored. Okay, any of those two teams. I think that Peasy. Listen, you had your time to talk.
All right, you guys heard that, right?
Yep.
So the two big phrases I got from that statement was he's not a big time player and not a big game player, right? So big time player means a team is struggling, you need a spark, get him off the bottom to get going, right? Did PC do that for you these last two games? Did it shut you up these last two games? Did it like say, shit, I'm eating my own words right now? Did it? Just answer that question.
Is that your 2 minutes?
No, I'm asking you a question.
We have 2 minutes each.
No. You're
wasting your time, Oscar.
I don't care. I want you to answer the question like you made me answer last week. Did PZ shut you up?
I'm gonna take this one on the chin, yeah.
Okay, that's the first thing. And then the second thing he said here was he's not a big game player. So I did my homework a little bit, and I'm like, all right, what do you consider the top 3 teams in Portugal other than Benfica?
You asking all of us?
I asked him Tank. Only Tank. Top 3 teams other than Benfica.
Porto, Sporting, Braga.
Deal. Good thing. Good. You answered the same thing I thought you were going to answer.
Yes, I know he scored against Braga.
I don't care.
I know.
Listen, you have your 2 minutes in
But I said Sporting and Porto, not Braga. Braga was not part of that conversation.
Can you mute him? Thanks. All right. So let me go by the stats.
You got 30 seconds. You better hurry up.
Yeah,
I don't care.
minutes are up.
Pizzi against Braga, 16 appearances, 11 goals, 4 assists. Pizzi against Sporting, 14 games, 4 goals, 5 assists. Pizzi against Porto, 14 games, 3 goals, 3 assists. Are those big games? All right. Now, big game player other than Porto Sporting. Pizzi against Barcelona, 3 games, 2 goals.
How many of these games are with Benfica jersey?
I don't care.
Okay, thank you.
Pizzi, not a replace for.
Okay,
Pizzi.
thank you.
Pizzi was against Real Madrid.
I think your time's up.
4 games,
Yep.
1 goal, 1 assist.
His time's up.
All right, sir.
Wait. I don't care. I'm interrupting this shit, all right? I don't care. No, hold on. And then
Oscar's taking over.
who is Tank's favorite player of all time? I'm asking all of you guys.
João Pinto.
João Pinto.
Jumping.
That's the same answer that I thought you guys were going to answer. Games in the league for Pizzi, 240. Goals scored, 67. Goal assists, 66. For João Pinto, games in the league, 200. Goals scored, 41. Assists, 28 or 29. Sorry.
Different era.
Oh shit! Oh, different era.
Yeah, there is. Hey, yeah, it's a different era. What do you want?
Oh, all right.
All right.
I rest my case for
Okay,
big time player.
Now,
Damn, Oscar did more homework for this than he did in school.
That's right.
he
Okay.
So
Jason
Oscar brought stats from. Okay, you had your say. Are you done?
all right, Jason.
Now I get
Jason said. All
popcorn, Kenny, popcorn.
right, Jason
Hey, want
said
some? Here
he
you
would.
go. Hey,
Jason
oh.
said he
Hey,
would.
listen. For starters, I'm gonna take. Like I said, I'm gonna take this.
Billy.
I'm gonna take this one on the chin. And I even made a funny. I asked some of my friends to come up with
We got a nice
an
picture.
image, and I even put Oscar and Kenny and Mike in the front row.
Check out the crowd here. Look at this crowd.
Look at this. I'm taking it right in the chin.
Look at this.
VIPs all over the place.
You see who made the crowd? Biggie, drunk Biggie's in the crowd.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
John-
I got front row. Oh,
We got JJ,
Peasy.
Easy with some sweet chin music.
You got Gold.
Hey, we got
you got
two JJs.
Lucas. So hey, shout out to Tiago Machado for creating this image. Mikey added some of the pictures as well.
Vazzy made it in there too.
Vazzy with his little mask on his head.
All right, so now Jason wanted to. I'm going to share his notes here.
So look, Oscar brought you notes about his entire career. I really just want to talk about his Benfica career. So I kind of broke it down a little bit. If I took it game by game, but if you want to just go to the breakdown. So Oscar forgot to mention in that since he shared some audio with you, he forgot to mention that I also mentioned that his best position so far this year has been with Gabby in the midfield. Games with Gabby in the midfield, his ratings is 6.9, 7.4, 6.5, 6.7, 8.9, 7.3, 8.1. We won 6 games and we drew 1. The draw that was against Rangers 2-2. Our record with Gabby and Peasy playing in the midfield is 6 wins, 1 draw, and an average rating of 7.4. He also scored 1, 3, 4, 5 goals playing in that center mid position. Now, where you guys sometimes love seeing him play games. So games with Peasy and Samadis, we lost to Bragas 3-2. So it's only 1 game that they had that matchup, and he had an average rating of 6.1. And then Peasy playing as a winger, we have 3 wins, 2 losses with an average rating of 6.2. And then another Peasy behind the striker, 6.2, 3-3 draw with the Rangers where he came off due to Otamendi's red card. What I was trying to say is this year I think Peasy is considered our best player. This year he hasn't been playing like our best player. Far from it. Not even coming close to it. So my thing was talking about this year. Now, you want to bring up stats about him playing in Braga and him playing in, I don't know, probably Atletico Madrid when he was playing against Barca. Okay, cool. But I'm talking about this year. You're talking about out of the 14 games he played, he probably had 8 good games and 6 bad ones. So why, if he's supposed to be our best player, why hasn't he produced more than just playing 8 games?
Is that a question? Can I answer? Can I answer?
It is what. No, I didn't ask you.
I asked the question. I thought there was a question at the end.
But he basically didn't. He hasn't produced to what I think should be considered our best player. Yes, I am going to eat crow because I did say that.
No, Caldebert, like
yeah, whatever, Caldebert. I'm going to eat it because I think that he scored the game of his life. He scored the goal of his life, his career highlight goal against Rangers. Because I honestly, you couldn't even think of a goal that he scored that was so memorable. But I guarantee you're gonna remember this one.
I don't remember this goal,
and I'm gonna remember this one for the rest of my life as well.
I don't remember this goal already.
Yeah, you don't remember. Of course you don't. You're still talking about it, but you don't remember it. But that's all I gotta say. Is I just expect more from him as a player, and I just think that he has been subpar this year. But I will say that these 2 games, he was our best player, and I got to take it on the chin.
All right. So you said 6 games he's been off, 8 games play good.
Pretty much 8 and 6.
All right. So I don't know, and who's the best player in the world right now? Messi and Ronaldo, right? How many critics have said that Ronaldo had 5 games off where he was clearly off? Players are allowed to have
Oscar,
5, 6, 7.
To be honest with you, I don't like when you bring comparisons when you bring C-Ron and Messi. These are totally different players compared to comparing a Peasy to a Messi or Ronaldo.
I know they are elite, right? They're not supposed to have days off. Why is Peasy not allowed to have 5 days off or 5 games off? Why is he
out of 14 games? Out of 14 games?
Yes. Look.
Ronaldo. So out of 14 games, Ronaldo's shit.
Ronaldo started this season in Real Madrid. One where he didn't start. The fans were criticizing him. I don't know if you remember this, but they said he couldn't get a goal for his life, right? And all of a sudden he went off and scored the record of goals for the season. So
that's when he first started playing at Real Madrid. This is already Peasy's. This is already Peasy's 5th or 6th year with Benfica.
No, dude, players are allowed to have. All right, go ahead, Mike.
I don't like when you bring in Ronaldo and Messi in conversation that didn't even belong in.
For the consensus, Bill, Kenny, who do we think wins this debate?
Well, I'll tell
Oscar
you this.
came in with some pretty good stats there.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, Peasy showed up and he played well this week, and I mean, he must have listened to Tank because he definitely, I actually agree with Jason when he says that he needed to show up. He hasn't showed up this year, and I agree with that. But then he took it a little bit too far, to the extreme, saying that he's not a big time player, that he doesn't show up against big teams. That's where I kind of disagree with him, and I think that's where majority of the argument is there. But Yeah, I'm just glad he had a couple of good games here.
And let's not forget, guys. I said nobody has showed up. I didn't say Peasy showed up this year yet. I said nobody has shown up yet. And then Tank said, yeah, Darwin showed up that game. Darwin was 5 games without scoring a goal. I know he was new to the league, learning, whatever it is. But let's remember, nobody this year has shown up. And that's why I said I blame Jesus, because he has got this team to play the way that they should be playing. So, but no, I didn't defend Peasy saying that he's shown up this year. I said nobody has shown up.
And I disagree with that because I think Darwin has shown up, and I think Peasy did just show up. So that's like these 2 games. That's Peasy showing up.
It took Darwin 6 games.
Darwin showed up too. He assisted goals too before he scored. Like it's.
But his job is to score, not to assist. To score. Is this
to have Benfica score?
No.
And he helps Benfica score, so it helps.
We pay 25 million to score, not to play midfield.
All right. We're gonna move on, or else Kenny's gonna lose his pub. He's not gonna have enough popcorn for the debate. Rangers Benfica 2-2 draw. We started with
I got that right, by the way.
Yep, Kenny got that prediction right. And Bill got the prediction right for the Maritimo game. Elton Leite starting in goal. Gilberto, Jardel, Vertonghen, Grimaldo, Rafa Silva, Gabriel, Chiquinho, Everton, Waldschmidt, Seferovic. I don't think there were many surprises in that starting 11. I think that with COVID, with injuries, the 11 kind of picked itself. Go around the table here, 90 seconds. Give me your thoughts on the game, the performance. What are your takeaways? Bill, we'll start with you.
I mean, same old story so far this season. We come into a game, we start well, we're playing well, and then we concede a stupid goal. It happened again against Maritimo. I thought for the most part, we controlled the game. We created a few chances, but it gets frustrating when we concede goals that we probably shouldn't be conceding.
What's your takeaway from the game? Jason, by the way, you predicted, I thought it was 2-0, but it could be 1-2. So you might have got that right. That might have been.
I thought I predicted 2.
My terrible writing. What's your takeaway from the game, Bill?
I mean, I think the biggest positive takeaway you can take is that they didn't give up. I mean, there have been teams in the past that down 2-0, 75th minute, that's it. You can lock in the result pretty much, and they're not going to claw their way back. And with this team, we've seen it a few times already this season where they've fought back and I mean, steal a draw when we probably shouldn't have taken any points from that game.
Fair. We'll go to Kenny since the other two have talked a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I think I was a little surprised to see Chiquinho.
I told you guys. I told you Chiquinho was going to start.
Yeah,
pack the midfield.
That guy.
I don't think he's good enough, but pack the midfield.
Yeah, I think Tank was talking about Chiquinho instead of Pizzi. That's who's really sucks and is a bum. But anyways, yeah, I was surprised to see Chiquinho. Clearly, when Pizzi came in, he made the difference. And yeah, I just wish that they could, put together a full game. I mean, it's frustrating to see them, concede, shitty goals and then, turn it up at the end of the game to tie. I mean, we did it twice against the Rangers, right? 3-3 and then the 2-2. So that's frustrating. And then against Maritimo, I think
Hold on,
overall...
you're skipping ahead. We're not at Maritimo yet, dude.
Oh, all right.
You ate too much popcorn. Jason, 90 seconds. Tell me about Rangers. What was your thought?
It's the same old story of us conceding goals. Not happy with it. We need to figure that out. My frustration comes back to our defense. Luckily, Oscar's boy was there to save us. I will say that. When he came in as a sub, he kind of turned the game around for us. But it's the defense, man. It's the concern for me is when are we going to figure that out? And that's pretty much the big question for us right now.
Okay. Oscar?
Mine was Benfica was terrible the first half. Terrible. You guys can say they created chances. I didn't see much from them at all. What I take from this game is obviously we need a Pizzi in there because the game goes through Pizzi. And if Pizzi is on, Benfica is on. If Pizzi is off, Benfica is off. I don't know if you guys noticed that. But with him playing well, Benfica plays
like that for years.
It's been like that. And we can't rely on a player to do that because, like I said earlier, there's players going to have days off. And with when Pizzi is off, look what's happened in the last few results. It's horrible. So that my takeaway is we need a player like Pizzi. We can't sell him because he sucks.
You can get someone better.
I want Otamendi to the Rangers. He wasn't on Rangers, but still, I don't like our defense.
Don't skip ahead, dude. I will say I was extremely frustrated with the fact that I thought we started well again. We controlled the tempo, and they go there once on just a comedy of errors. I mean, it starts with Gabriel in the midfield. The guy's about, if any of you guys read the article that I posted on the website, there's screenshots. I mean, the guy in midfield is a good 3 yards away from him. He doesn't anticipate the pass, and then he doesn't win the battle. Ball played out wide. Grimaldo makes a stupid challenge. Ball gets crossed into the box. Jardel makes a terrible clearance. It didn't even make it out of our defensive third. And then they play the ball back in, and we saw what happened. Gabriel Chiquinho, you're watching at the edge of the box. I think it's unacceptable, the lack of effort there. They had more than enough time to realize it. But while we didn't create a lot of chances in the first half, I thought that we controlled the game. I thought that, Rangers didn't really do anything other than like their 2 goals. What I will say is, we had 60% possession against 40. The thing that irritates me the most is the first game, I think, is an anomaly because they had, again, up until the red card, I don't think Rangers did anything. They didn't even get to our box. I think they went to our box once in the first game. The thing that drives me crazy is we tend to say Rangers is a good team, and they are, right? Organizationally, off the ball, they are very solid. But going forward, they're just like, dump the ball forward and let's see what happens. And Benfica's had some issues defensively, and it's hurt them dearly. But I do have to say that if we were in the position that Rangers were, and take out the salaries, the players, whatever the case may be, as a manager who loses a 3-1 lead with 1 man up for 70 plus minutes and makes 1 sub, doesn't kill the game off, and then he's up 2-0 and throws the game away in the last 15 minutes again, and Gerrard made not 1 sub in that game on Thursday. Like, to me, it blows my mind. Like, the fact that we can turn it on, right, even with 10 guys and come back, like, for me, it just tells me that this Rangers team is good. I said it from the beginning that organizationally off the ball, they are solid. But going forward, if Benfica plays like they should and we expect, I don't think that this Rangers team should have a chance. And I think up until their goal on Thursday, they didn't do anything. And up until the red card in the first game, they didn't do anything. I just can't convince myself that this team is good overall when you throw away 2 goal leads, 1 with an extra man for 70 plus minutes and 1 in the last 15 minutes, and the coach doesn't make any subs to kill off the game, waste time. Like, it blows my mind. So that's my annoyance with that game. Again, I think we started, or we didn't create as much as we should, but hopefully after yesterday's game, we'll start to kind of grow into ourselves here. On yesterday's game, we started with Vlaco Dimas got back in net. Gilberto played on the right. Otamendi comes back in with Vertonghen. Grimaldo on the left. Then we have Rafa, Pizzi, Gabriel, Everton, Waldschmidt, and Seferovic. Again, Weigl, Tarat, and Darwin were out because of COVID. So not really many options to choose from there. Again, I'll go around the table and you guys can give me your take on the game, what you thought, how did we play, what kind of stood out to you. We'll go the other way around. So Oscar, what were your thoughts?
Well, I'll leave on this little thing. I can actually say what my highs and lows are. I can say my highs was confirmed Pizzi, just so you guys know. Because again, this game he turned it up and he got us that we're down 1-0, and what is it called again? Big time player. Big time play. Got us back. Turned the game around. Turned the turned the game around and won this game for us. 3 points in the bag. He won for us.
A lower tier team, like I said.
It's okay.
It's which he does great in.
No. I didn't say big gameplay. I said big time.
I also said he scores against little teams. Yeah, exactly. Big time player.
Big time player. He got us the 3 points, or else we will not get these 3 points. All right, and then our low goes back to Otamendi. Otamendi to me has been a mistake after mistake, and I don't know. At some point, I'm thinking that Pinto Costa, somebody's paying this guy off. I have no idea, man, because he's a good player. He's shown it in Porto, he's shown it in Manchester City, and he comes here and he does those stupid mistakes. But those guys we give passes to, fuck that, no way. Okay, that's it.
Kenny.
Oh man. So, well, from this game, I think by default, we have to agree now that Gabi Pizzi in the midfield is our best duo. But that's by default. I think against the Maritimo, some of the lesser competition, they're gonna be fine. But I still think against Porto, Sporting, higher quality team, we're still going to struggle there. But I think that's solidified now in the midfield. The Otamendi thing, I mean,
hold on, we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that after this.
Yeah, I mean, besides that, I'm just glad we got the 3 points, and I'm glad that Pizzi showed up, and I think the midfield is solidified now.
So I guess since Oscar already gave us his high and low, what's your high and low for the week?
So I'd say my high is getting the 3 points, finally getting back, getting another victory. We haven't had one of those in a while, and my low would be I don't really have a low. I don't know. I didn't really think about the low. So
all right, not low.
Otamendi.
He's positive.
No, I'll talk about Otamendi when it's time to, I guess.
And just before we go to the next person, again, if you want to join us on the stream, again, you can join us with audio and video, or you can just join us with the audio, whatever your preference is. Just send us a message. We can send you the link, and then you can jump in, ask a question, join the conversation, share your thoughts, whatever the case may be.
I did have one thing, Mikey.
What?
Hold on. So, yeah, Seth, starting Seth. I don't think he's capable to start. He's much better coming off the bench. These last 2 games, I think, proved it. We couldn't create anything because I could barely see him touch the ball. Either he's not good with Luka. I don't know what was going on, but he did nothing against Benitez. 0. So,
Jason,
that's my low.
Okay. Impromptu low.
On the fly.
As far as the Benitez game, I thought we played very well overall. Again, with the Gabi Pizzi in the midfield, like Kenny said, it's probably our best midfield by default. But it's where Benfica's won the most games. It's where we, like I mentioned before, we got 6 wins and one draw when Pizzi and Gabi played there together. I understand you guys are worried about Pizzi on the defensive side and Gabi on the defensive side, but it's the lineup that's been working. It worked again against Midi-2 again. To be honest, I don't know. I thought Everton played pretty good, but he ended up being man of the match over Pizzi, which I kind of thought was kind of wild to me. But I thought Pizzi dominated, controlled that game. Like Oscar said, he stepped up this week big time. Duffy made me eat my words, and hopefully he continues to do so. I disagree with Oscar where he said that this was a big-time game and big-time play. I don't think against Marítimo it's a lower-tier team. I know that we have to go to Funchal. I know we needed the points, but, again, it's playing against a lower-tier team where I expect Pizzi to do what Pizzi does against them, which is always score and assist and create like he normally does. That would probably be my high, would be Pizzi and Everton. I thought Everton played pretty good back-to-back games as well, but I thought Pizzi outshined them a little bit. Had the light brighter on him. But my low, I would have to say our defense, basically. Still giving up goals. I can't remember the last time we had a clean sheet. That Otamendi mistake was really, really bad. But he did play good the rest of the game after that. But when that happened, I think we all went off and we all wrote some bad things about Otamendi. But we got the win, so that's the positive, and those are my highs and lows.
Okay, Billy, let's hear it.
Yeah, I think the most important thing is we got the 3 points. I mean, at this point in the season, after a few negative results, 3 points is 3 points. You take them, you walk away. I thought we started well. We played well. They moved the ball quickly, which was nice to see. Against Paredes, it was frustrating to watch our attacking play. We'd get up to the field and it felt like it just died, and it was from side to side, over and over. Against Maritimo, they moved the ball quick, which was nice to see. I mean, same old story with our back line conceding stupid goals. It's at the point where I think you got to start making changes or look to making changes. I don't know how many more games you can go with allowing the back line to just leak like they are right now. I mean, it's just stupid goals after stupid goals. It's frustrating.
What's your high and low for the week?
So my low is our back line just conceding
As a whole?
stupid goals as a whole. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to pinpoint one. Otamendi stands out because of the mistake and against Maritimo, but I mean, there's been a few games where it's not all on him. I mean, it's the entire back line, and I even throw the center mid in that as well because that's part of his role. You got to get back and help. I think the high is, I mean, Peasy, but that's an obvious one. I think Everton finally showing up and having a good 90 minutes. We've seen him in little pockets during games where he has a good 15, 20 minutes. But I thought from the start, Everton looked on, and he was working his tail off. Him and Rafa were tracking back. They were working their butts off. But I love seeing the Everton that everyone was hyped about, and that was the guy that was supposed to come in and be the next big thing. And finally seeing it for 90 minutes, I thought that was a very positive performance by him.
Yeah, I agree. He finally showed up. I know we had talked about it before where he had shown us glimpses against Famalicão. I think he looked good in the first game, and then he kind of just fizzed out and didn't really show up. He hasn't really been impactful, but I will say that he is playing a different type of position that expects a little bit different things out of him here than he did in Brazil. I think in Brazil he played more in a 4-3-3 in the front line, where he didn't have to defend as much. He just spent time in the final third, and he could do what he needed to do. In Jorge Jesus' system, he needs to come back and defend. So it's taking a little bit of time for him to adjust, and physically it's a burden on him. But I will say from my perspective, I thought Jorge Jesus said it after the game as well. I think as a whole, taking out the Standard Liège game, I would probably say that's the best 90 minutes Benfica's played this season as a whole. And especially taking into consideration the elements as well. We were missing some players. The pitch was a nightmare, which I'll get into. Lito Vidigal and his tactics and his style, again, it's the same old story every year. It's frustrating. We moved the ball well in the final third. We created chances. I mean, just looking at the stats here, Benfica had 68% possession against 32. We had 12 shots. Maritimo had one corner, and I think it was towards the end of the game. We had 12 corners. It was just the piece that stands out to me the most, and Bill and I were texting about it, is 21 fouls that Maritimo had.
Yellow cards.
And they had 0 yellow cards. Benfica had 9 fouls and 1 yellow card. And I don't know if you guys remember, but the yellow card that we got was Everton trying to poke the ball away, standing up. He didn't even go to ground on the sideline, and he got a yellow card for it. It completely blew my mind. It was the same story against Boavista. And again, it doesn't impact the game, but it's just frustrating that it continues to happen. And for ones, it's one thing, and for others, it's the other. In terms of kind of standouts for the game, I wrote down Everton, Pizzi. Obviously, I think they both kind of stood out to me. Otamendi, for obvious reasons, we'll get into that. I also wrote down Waldschmidt dropping off. He started off well. He came on and did well at the beginning of the season. He started to fall off. Maybe just getting used to it, and maybe the amount of games that he's playing. I don't know. He looked terrible. He couldn't stand on his feet. He kept falling. His touch was poor. Again, the pitch may play into that. I mean, it looked like. I mean, I've seen Lameiros in my village in Portugal that looked better than that. I mean, it was terrible. I don't understand how the hell that's allowed. And with that, I'll go into my highlights, or my highlight and frustration for the week. My highlight is Rafa. I think he doesn't get enough praise, I guess. Maybe that's not the right word. He works his socks off. I mean, defensively, offensively, he runs and runs and runs. Sometimes he doesn't make the right decision, which is something that he needs to work on. I think we've talked about this time and time again. But he loses it. He gets up, he goes back and works to get it back. And if everyone put in an effort like him, I think things would be significantly different. And my frustration, why I didn't want to go with the normal that I figured you guys were going to go with, it's going to go to Maritimu's pitch and Vidigal. I think their pitch year in and year out is the same thing. You would think for the amount of years that they've been in the first division, they would have a field that's in conditions that doesn't fall apart when people run on it for about 15 minutes. I know the weather maybe doesn't help the case, but it's frustrating to say the least. And then Lito Vidigal with his standard tactics of time wasting. I mean, the goalie was wasting time like 15 minutes into the game, asking for help, and his injury, his hamstring was sore. It's frustrating to say the least. So that's my highlight and my low light.
And before you move on, I also want to mention Rafa, right? Rafa to me has been like the player that doesn't get the credit. He's like the player that doesn't have it's almost like he's always behind the scenes doing all the work. He's been to me the most consistent player in Benfica this year. The most consistent and our best player, the one that
he was that way as well last year though, but then he fell off. That's the problem with him. But he hasn't put it together for a season.
But if you think about it, like now it'd be very rare for one player to play well the whole season. Yeah. It's like they fall off usually. Look, Seth when he came to us, he started off scoring goals left and right. Came November, and I called you guys. I called it on that. Wait until November, or close to Christmas, and Seth will fall off. And what happened? He fell off. He was in a dry spell. He became our fourth striker because Jimenez came in. We had I don't know who was there, Jonas and whatever it was before. So Seth was our fourth striker when he came in hot, right? And then obviously last year he came back into the lineup and he started scoring goals and he was back our number one. But he fell off. Rafa is a player that if given the time and confidence, he can be a deadly weapon for Benfica. He's fast, and with Jesus maybe getting him to do the right decisions, take some right decision, he can be very, very, very good for us this year. And he doesn't get enough praise, but he needs it.
His problem is in the final third, his decision making and his finishing. Like, he gets himself into the most amazing positions, and most of the time he creates it himself. But when it's time to pull the trigger, out of 10 shots, he maybe scores 2 or hits the target twice, which is frustrating. If he could put all of it together with his pace, if he could dribble at pace, that's his problem. Is once he starts running really fast with the ball at his feet, it just starts bouncing everywhere and it gets out of control. So that's a frustrating thing for me. But I agree.
I agree with you guys as well with Rafa. I also think that having Gilberto play on the right side too with Rafa has been kind of limiting him as well on the offensive side. Because Gilberto really can't go forward. So Rafa's pretty much like we have to play to the left side because our right side isn't really that great.
Yeah, and can we also talk about how good Grimaldo was yesterday?
Yeah.
I know that he didn't have to defend very much, but going forward, he was a machine. I mean, him and Everton, and I mentioned it in the chat that we have. I think that the difference that I noticed in that game was Everton was occupying space more centrally, which was giving Grimaldo, he was dragging that defender with him and giving Grimaldo that space to get down the line more, which was a detail that I noticed right off the outset. But, I mean, he was tireless up and down that
But
field.
Mike, Nuno Tavares can cross the ball, bro.
Fuck Nuno Tavares, dude. I don't want that guy in the starting 11. Keep him away, dude.
I do. Start him up.
Another thing that, in my opinion, there might have been a PK against Everton.
Yeah, can we talk about
I
that?
think
What
it was
do
in
you
the first
think about
half.
It was
I don't think that was a PK.
like 8 minutes in. Dude, the goalie runs.
He doesn't even go toward the ball. He
The
literally
goalie
just
doesn't even
jumps
see the
into him.
ball. The ball's behind him, and he literally
He just
just runs
jumps.
over him. Anyone else have an
I don't-
opinion on that?
I
Get
think
up.
you guys are seeing
Get
it with
up.
your Benfica glasses.
Get up and play.
Yeah.
I really think you guys are seeing that one with your Benfica glasses. I really didn't see.
If it was
That-
if
that
it, if it
PK.
was in front of the net, but it was like to the side, and get up. Stop being a bitch.
Wait, what does it have to do with where it is?
It doesn't matter
Because
where
the
it
ball's,
is.
ball's
Ball's a
going out of
foul.
bounds. Ball's going out
He
of
Ball's
kept
not
it
going
in.
about to go to him.
He
He
kept
kept
it
it
in.
in and ended up falling right to the goalie's feet
Dude, that's
after he got.
we would if that was a Porto game, we would have been like no PK.
They had one today.
And if it happened to have be a goal or PK, it'd been okay. If they called it, to me, it would have been like okay if it called and okay if it didn't call it.
Good observation.
Okay. Also, shout out to Rui Costa to putting Jorge Jesus in
Yeah.
the headlock after that second goal.
JJ was fired up. He was ready to run over to him.
Yeah, because he knew he was going to say something stupid, and Rui Costa noticed right away, and he went and grabbed him. Shout out to him for, I guess, stopping something that could
He
have.
was pissed. He was ready to let loose on someone.
He was. All right, so we are going to touch quickly on the game on Thursday against Lech Poznan. Again, I want to let everyone know if you want to join the stream. Again, you can join us with audio and video, or you can just do audio, whichever you prefer. We'll send you the link. Send us a message, and you can jump in and ask a question or share your thoughts, whatever the case may be. Thursday's game against Lech Poznan. We are second in the group behind Rangers, and we're going to lose the tiebreaker, so we can't get first place unless they drop points. The tiebreakers are head-to-head, and then it goes goals scored, which we've both scored 5, and then it goes away goals scored, and they scored 3 goals away, and we only scored 2. So we're going to need them to drop points. They play at home against Stade Liège this match day, and then they go away to Lech Poznan in the last week. Lech Poznan and Stade Liège both have 3 points. Benfica and Rangers have 8. Mathematically, Lech Poznan and Stade Liège are still in it. I don't think they have a chance, but hopefully one of them can spring a surprise and we can take top spot. We beat these guys 4-2 away in a game that might have been our worst defensive performance. We just looked all over the place. I don't know what the hell was going on in that game. I guess thoughts on, the starting 11. We'll start at the back. Do we think Elton Leite gets another chance here, or do we think he's going to stick with Vlaco Dimos?
No, Flacco.
I think he sticks with
Elton Leite had his chance and he punched the ball up straight up in the air.
Oh, my God. You're going to blame it on him?
Yes.
He made a massive save. Get the hell out of here.
No. I don't. I thought he could have done better with that one, but
Oh, my God. That's point-blank range.
Okay, dude. Okay, I have my opinion. Sorry.
Yeah. Oscar, Kenny, do you think Audi starts, or do you think Leite comes back in?
I think
No, I
Buddy
think I'd say
starts.
it starts.
I think if we get these points, the next game maybe Late starts, but we need these points. And I think he'll go with his best lineup.
Okay. In the back. Oh, wait, before we get into this, I forgot. I skipped a step here. Can we let's talk about Otamendi real quick. He messed up. He's had a rough start. I don't know if you guys saw yesterday, he posted a message after on his social media, apologizing to the fans, acknowledging that it was a mistake. He's had a rough start to his time at Benfica, but he will continue to work and be better. Like Oscar said earlier, we know that he's a good player. I guess I'll pose this question to you guys and then open it up to opinions and thoughts. Looking at our current squad and our current back line, with everyone fit and available, do you think Otamendi is our best central defender? And I will say, with everyone fit and available, I'm going to say yes, despite his mistakes to start. But I still think fit and available and focused, he is our best central defender. What do you guys think?
I don't think anybody disputes that. He's our top 2. He needs to start. If that's all we have available, yes, that's Otamendi should be in the lineup. But his mistakes almost make it seem like it's something in the back end that it's happening, and that's why I can't understand.
Kenny,
But
Jay,
you really don't believe that, though, right?
I don't want to believe it. But God damn it, like a guy with his experience, he's 30-something years old, doing what he did against Marítimo, and then even against the goal against Rangers with where both Otamendi and Vlaco were looking at the ball. Like, 2 experienced players cannot do that. And Otamendi being the leader, the captain of our team, shouldn't be doing that.
So let me take a page out of your book. Why are you okay defending Pizzi for having bad games, but you're not okay with?
Oh shit!
Wait.
Jay almost threw his laptop.
No. Wait.
Here we go.
There's a difference.
Yeah, for you, there's always a difference.
Pizzi has proven himself at Benfica. Has proven that.
Well, Otamendi hasn't been there long enough.
Yeah, I
exactly.
get, but
he's a new player.
He's been for 14 games. But
hold on. So you used Pizzi stats pre-Benfica. Otamendi's proven himself, like you said earlier.
Pizzi has proven himself at Benfica.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, if Pizzi's proven himself at Benfica, Otamendi hasn't had enough time to prove himself at Benfica. But you used stats from Pizzi pre-Benfica earlier to prove the point. But if that's the case, then we can use post or pre performances like you said earlier.
I said
Oscar, you should let him finish the question first.
I know the question. Mute Jason, because he's not asking a question. All right. So I said it earlier. Otamendi has proven himself at Porto, proven himself at Manchester City. We know he's a good player. To me, it hasn't convinced me is alternative motives of Benfica. For some reason, players coming from Porto to Benfica, it gets me going. It might be a Portuguese thing, but it's a thing for me. All right, let me finish my sentence. Right? So for the Otamendi coming to Benfica, with experience that he has, and he's proven at Porto and Manchester City, right? He shouldn't take 14 games to play a good game in Benfica.
Fair.
Okay,
but he hasn't played 14 games.
He's been at Benfica since the beginning of the season.
No, he hasn't.
Wait.
He only came in like 5 games in, and then he's been out.
So,
I was just going. By
the way, hold on. Let Kenny finish because Oscar likes to interrupt people.
So hold on.
I like how Kenny was talking.
Yes, me a question.
No, you're saying for Pizzi, for 14 games, having bad games here and there, for a player that's been on the team is okay. We should be able to wait till he has a good game. But for someone who's new on the team, we don't give him. If anything, Pizzi is the one that should be getting harped on more than Otamendi. Look, I'll say this. Well, but I don't 100%. I don't 100% disagree with Oscar. Look, Otamendi made a huge blunder the other against Marítimo. That is inexcusable, right? But I agree with what Jesus said at the end. Those technical mistakes, they happen. Look, the field was shit. It was raining. Things like that happen to every player. Now, yeah, he hasn't had the best, but that's really like the biggest mistake he's had at Benfica so far. I mean, he hasn't played well, but that he hasn't it's not just his fault that the defense is conceding goals game after game after game. I agree with Bill what he said earlier. The fact that we don't have a Trinco, that's the biggest problem that our defense has. They have no help. And then you have Gilberto there too, who's awful. So but again, now what Mikey said, yeah, player for player, Otamendi's our best defender. I mean, who are you going to replace? Who are you going to replace Otamendi with? Jardel? He didn't have a good game against. I don't think he had a great game against the Rangers. Ferro, you're talking about giving time. Ferro did. What about his experience at Benfica and all what he did last year? Awful. You willing to put him back in there? I don't know. I mean, now if this becomes a thing that he's passing the ball back to the goalie and laying it up or giving goals away left and right, yeah, then you start looking at it. But I think this was just a blunder, a big mistake, and I think I'll tell you what, he'll probably come next game or in a couple of games, and he'll score a goal just like
Good, I hope.
No, hey,
Hope we start a trend. We talk shit about someone and then they score.
I hope so.
I'm gonna talk shit about Luca then. Fuck.
No, I'll tell you guys one thing. I never disagreed with Otamendi being our best central defender. We all know he's a good defender. We all know he's probably our best CB. Like he's probably better than Vertonghen. I have no doubt about that. It's my mind playing games with me with him being one of those Porto until I die.
Yeah, your mind plays a lot with you.
Maybe
it's your conspiracy. It's your conspiracy theory.
It's Oscar talking to Pitorro too much.
Hey, dude.
The old school Portuguese, bro. They come up with conspiracy theories.
I'll tell you one thing. My dad has taught me to hate Jesus, and I hate him. Not the real Jesus.
I'm surprised he wasn't your low.
Jesus?
Yeah.
He'll have plenty of chances in the season to do
He's gonna set you up. He's gonna set you up.
He's
gonna be Oscar's high. He's gonna be Oscar's high
at the end of the season.
He might be. And then listen, I'll put that thing kicking me in the face too. You just show me the picture.
No, you do it yourself. I did it on my own.
Hey, our best goal scorer for the season. Watch it be Pizinho.
I doubt it.
Bill, you have anything to add to that in terms of Otamendi that we haven't touched on?
I mean, he's experienced. You would expect he wouldn't make those type of mistakes, but I mean, it happens from time to time. I would look to make changes, but looking at our bench doesn't make me feel good at who's sitting there. So I think
for me too.
Yeah, I think Jesus sticks with the back four.
He's his captain too. There's no way he benches him.
So I kind of agree with you guys where he is probably our best defender or center back. I don't see him getting benched because I thought he played pretty well after that blunder.
Yep.
But these mistakes need to they need to cut. They need to stop basically. We need to figure that out in the back end. If not, we got to make a change. I don't know if it's Tubilu. I don't know if it's Lucas Rismu.
He might be going back to Barca in January.
Barcelona said that Ronald Koeman said that they haven't even talked about that. So that could just be Portuguese media.
Yeah,
I say he doesn't. Yeah, I say he doesn't play one game for Benfica.
It's possible, but
yeah,
I mean, it's not Benfica's fault.
I don't know. I think if these mistakes continue to happen, something needs to give. So
I agree. I just
Otamendi has been the one that's made more of the mistakes. But I also want to say, Kenny, you brought up some good points about the Otamendi PZ thing. I just wanted to point that out to you.
Okay.
There you go, buddy.
The goals we're conceding.
That's a lot of
Tank popcorn. Oh.
Hey, I have no rebuttal to that. You know why? Because I'll fess up. It's the mind game that is coming from Porto, and him until he plays good, he'll be in the back of my head. So maybe it's only a few bad games like everybody has, and he'll step out of it and be our best CB like he's supposed to be, and then we'll forget about it.
I still can't believe you compared Pizzi to João Pinto. Still can't believe it.
No, I didn't compare how good a player to is. I said stats.
Can't believe it. Can't believe it.
Stats. Believe it. And the stats say Pizzi was better.
That just shows me so much about you. Let me tell you.
The Otamendi argument, it is real. Outside of the Porto thing conspiracy, I mean, it is a legit argument. I mean, he's not playing well. Should we make a change? I know a lot of the guys on the comments, they're ready to make a change. But I just, like you guys said, there's no one on the bench that I think is any better. Now, are we going to get someone in January? Maybe. I mean, I don't know, but
I agree with you. I agree with what your brother just said. We were giving him Everton such a hard time, and he comes out with big games. Last two ones, and Oscar did definitely crucified him. Kenny did too. Mikey, you did as well.
I did. Yeah.
But sometimes you got like you said. Sometimes we have to give him time.
Absolutely. Sometimes you have to sit those players. And PZ plays 5 bad games. You don't sell him because he sucks. You sit him. Have him learn his lesson.
I told you to sell him in 2014.
Yeah, sell him because he sucks. It's not a big time. Because your words were, I didn't sit him. 100%. I agree with John Miguel. You suck. You sit him. but you don't, because you have 5 or 3 or 4 bad games. You don't say sell him because he sucks. Get him out of here. Even Gilberto.
That's what you were saying about Otamendi.
No,
same thing you were talking about Otamendi. You said the same thing.
Otamendi is a different reason, okay?
No,
because
your reasoning is that's a dumb reason. That's the stupidest reason I've ever heard.
That's my reason.
Yeah, well, your reason isn't valid. That reason isn't valid. Just because you have some mind games clicking in your head.
It's not valid for you.
It's not a valid reason.
It's not valid for you. Like it's like you have your whole thing.
Because your mind's playing mind games with you because you're hearing a voice. Oh, Peter Costa paid him extra.
When you have an opinion, what's that opinion? It's a mind thing, right? It's your mind telling you something. It's an opinion, right? And you can
your opinion can also be right.
Listen,
I already told you. Don't tell me to
you said it's my opinion. That's why I think that every text you say in my MIO, in my opinion, right? So that means IMO.
He can't even spell, dude.
That's what it means, in my opinion.
We gotta move on from this segment.
No. So I'm just trying to make a point here, dude.
You're not. Don't tell me.
So listen.
You guys need popcorn, man. You guys need popcorn.
Ken, you gotta send some my way.
Me thinking Otamendi sucks because of my mind telling me that he's ulterior motives is my opinion.
Stupid.
Fair.
Okay,
we'll leave it at that.
Like in school, the teachers never say a stupid question.
You just said we'll leave it at that. Why you keep going?
What? What were you saying?
I was going for something stupid.
All right, back to the last question again. So, in the back line, do we anticipate any changes? I guess on the right back, do we think Diogo comes in? Do we think João Ferreira plays, or do we think Gilberto stays?
Gilberto stays.
I want to see João Ferreira, but
I think he gives Diogo
a
run out there.
Diogo starts for me.
I think Gilberto play.
I'm gonna say either Diogo or João Ferreira, but most likely Diogo. Gilberto needs a break. Tem as botas pesadas. He needs a little break. That guy's. Man, he reminds me of Moxie. His body looks like it's moving so fast, but his legs aren't going as fast as it looks. It's bad.
You think he was really that bad against Marítimo?
I don't think he was bad in the sense of defending.
Marítimo didn't attack. They didn't do anything.
But going forward, he made one cross, and the cross that he made went fucking almost out the other sideline.
He's not like Nuno Tavares. He can't cross.
Yeah, exactly. He's not like Nuno Tavares. Or even Tomás Tavares can cross better than him.
We need André Almeida back soon.
We do.
No, we need a long-term right back. That's what we need.
Yeah, André Almeida. Center backs. Do we think he's going to make some changes here? Do we think he sticks with Otamendi and Vertonghen to give them another game of familiarity, get used to each other? What are we thinking?
Yep, I think he sticks with the same two and gives them as much time as they need to get any kind of cohesion going.
Jay?
Otamendi and Vertonghen, and then Grimaldo on the left.
Okay. Everyone else think Grimaldo starts?
Yeah.
He
has to.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I was just trying to think of who else could play there, but
isn't Tavares on the COVID list?
No, he's injured. He has like a quad injury. Okay. And then in the midfield, do we think he's going to go Gabby, Peasy again? Weigel's back from COVID. Darwin's back from COVID. What do we think?
If they want to win, they go Gabby Peasy.
What about the Marroquino?
Tarat?
Yeah, is he back?
No, he hasn't been cleared yet. He may be, but as of today, he's not cleared yet. But don't forget, these guys have been out for a week now. I know that they've been training, but they don't have match, I guess, fitness, if that's what you want to call it. So
it's a home game against probably the weakest team in the group. I think it'll be Gabriel Pizzi.
I thought you said Liège was the weakest team in the group.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
I thought.
Go back in the podcast and listen. Well. You don't listen. You don't even remember what you said.
Lech and Liège, the to me, they're both the same. They suck. We should be winning those games easily.
Well, in the podcast, you said this team was by far the worst. So, or Liège was by far. No, Liège was by far the worst.
I think he said that he didn't expect much from Bosman, but they actually played pretty well. I thought they did, at least.
Defensively, we were a mess, though, so I'm not sure how much that helps. So, Kenny, Bill, you thinking Gabby Peasy, or are we making changes there?
Gabby Peasy for me.
Yeah, I think you gotta give your strongest pairing there. Because I mean, for me, that's one of our biggest weaknesses so far has been our two center mids. So if we're saying Peasy and Gabby are our best center mids, you gotta let them play as much as they can to just get some familiarity together.
It's not even close how good those two.
Yeah.
Like how good we've been when those two play in the midfield.
I agree. Yeah, I would stick with Peasy and Gabby there.
Okay. And Mikey, your comment, Lek has good defensive structure. I'm not sure if that's sarcastic or if it's legit. They've conceded the second most goals. They've conceded 8 in the group, and Standard Liège just conceded 9. So I'm not sure what defensive structure. Skayanu PlayStation. As in real life, it's not very good.
Park the bus.
On the left, are we thinking on the left and the right? Are we thinking Rafa and Everton? Are we thinking they're going to take a break?
No, you go Rafa and Everton. You gotta ride the best team until we get some results underneath our belt. Like just one win isn't going to do it. We're coming back from a few results that we were disappointed in, and we got to start playing with our stronger team, no matter what the games are, in my opinion.
Everyone else think he stays the same, or does he make changes?
Is Pedrinho back?
No, still hurt.
I think he stays the same then.
No, it's gonna be the same lineup. Just I think he takes out Seth and puts Darwin in.
Yeah, that's
Really?
my. Yeah.
No, I don't think Darwin starts.
Darwin just because he's been out for a week. I would be willing to say Gonzalo Ramos starts.
Yeah,
I was going to say Luca and Ramos up front.
Yeah, and I think Darwin comes in second half at some point.
Yeah, I would say the same, just because he's been out for a week and a half.
I thought Ramos has been coming in playing pretty decent the last 2 games.
He looked good against Maritimo.
He looked good
and Rangers.
Rangers too.
Yeah.
Okay. That shot against the Rangers, I don't think it goes in if it doesn't touch the defender.
I don't even remember, but he was in the right spot. That's what counts. It ended up being an own goal
to me.
Him and Peasy,
they gave it an own goal though.
yeah, him and Peasy ended up. Which normally, if it's an own goal, means that the original shot wasn't on target.
Right.
Yeah. So
that's a big whiff right there in that position.
hey, it went in. I don't care.
Practically in the net.
Hey, that was you
You just complained about a guy scoring a goal, but
he didn't score.
Okay, he didn't.
He didn't.
Officially, he didn't. He's right.
Stats.
Yeah, he didn't. He didn't score. That goal was gonna. We saw from the different angles coming right outside the post. I'm like, damn, how the fuck he missed the net? How did he miss the net from like inside the box, like that close? But whatever. It is what it is.
Predictions, Oscar.
Against, I think we win 3-1.
Wow! He's predicting a W. Wow.
Kenny.
If we can't beat this Lek team, Jesus Christ.
3-1, you said?
Yep.
3-1.
I'm gonna go 3-0.
Okay.
That's the defense not concede a goal.
Jay.
I actually going to go with Kenny and say that we don't concede as well. I'm going to say 2-0.
Mount Shea.
Ooh.
No, I
Really?
said 0. 2.
I'm gonna go 5-1.
Oh,
Bro, we put 4 past them the first game. That's motivation.
That's when we were actually
motivation after Maritimo. Riding a high.
they're gonna defend. They're gonna
Gonzalo
defend.
Ramos scores 5, right?
Who tens nesse copo?
No, Peasy 5.
I didn't want to repeat, but I'm gonna have to say same as Kenny, 3-0. I think clean sheet. And do I get bonus points? I was just gonna say, do I get bonus points?
I'm with you, dude.
I'm telling you, we're gonna start a trend. We talked about Peasy. He showed up. We're talking about Otamendi. He's gonna show up in the next 2 games.
I'm gonna go Luca and Ramos scores for us.
I'm gonna write that down. Luca.
Everton with maybe an assist.
And me and Kenny are predicting that Otta scores 1. Okay. Before we jump into the last piece, just quickly on Paço Ferreira, we play them on Sunday, 3:00 game Eastern time. Finally, we get a weekend game and don't have to wait till Monday. But our last weekend game ended up in a frustrating defeat against Braga. At home against Paço Ferreira, they've been doing well. They are 5th in the league, 14 points. We are 3rd with 18 points. so they're not too far behind us. They've conceded 8, scored 10. We've conceded 10, scored 19. History of these two teams: Benfica's won the last 5 in all competitions. We beat them 2-0, 5-0, 2-0, 3-1, 2-0. So the last 5 games we've won by 2 at least. At home, Benfica's beaten them every time at home, with the exception, going all the way back 2004, with the exception of a 1-1 tie in 2013, which Jorge Jesus, ironically, was the coach, and that was the semifinal of the Taça de Portugal. Apart from that, we've won everything else. So in the league, they haven't taken points from Benfica since 2001 when they beat us 3-2. So if the trend continues, hopefully it's a positive one. Predictions on that game, Oscar?
I think again we win against Passos, and it'll be probably one of those tight games like we just said against Marítimo. I think it'll be a 2-1 game.
Okay, Kenny.
So I was just looking at. So they beat Porto earlier this season.
Yeah, like 3 games ago at the Mata Real.
So they're on like a winning streak here, huh?
They've
won 1, 2, 3. They're on a 4-game winning streak, and they haven't conceded in the last 3 games.
One of those, I think, was the Taça. Let me see.
Yeah, Oliveirense.
Yeah.
So I don't know. This one's kind of weird to me. I was gonna go like big score here, but I'm gonna go.
This season they've only won 1 away game in the league, which was Moreirense last week, 1-0. They beat Oliveirense, which was a Taça game. They tied Nacional 1-1. They lost to Guimarães 1-0. Tied Portimonense 1-1. That was last season. So Portimonense 1-1. But so obviously they're not a team that concedes very many goals. So
and they score. So
yeah.
I'm gonna go 2-1, Benfica.
Hey, copycat.
Jay,
This game's at home, right?
at home.
I'm gonna go back-to-back clean sheets. 2-0, 2-0.
Okay. Bill?
I'm gonna go 3-1. I
I
don't
like
think
that.
our back line and center mids have figured it out by then, and we still concede.
I'm
Always some
gonna
stupid goal.
stay consistent, and I'm gonna go 3-0 again. So that's my prediction. All right. So, all right. Paul's predicting 1-1 on Sunday. Okay.
I know he loves Benfica.
Ask Paul how Spartan scored their first goal.
He doesn't want to talk about that.
Of course. Jump in, Paul. Tell me.
Danny says 3-0. He agrees with me. All right. We got a little trivia game. Got 10 questions to finish this off. If anyone wants to join us in this trivia game, send us a message and then you can join the broadcast. If not, that's fine. You can just leave your messages in the chat. I've picked the order here. So first is Bill, second is Jay, third is Oscar, and fourth is Kenny. So I'm going to bring up the questions here. Oh, Danny wants to shout out to the Revs. Yep, they got through another round.
They beat Oscar's Nani.
And he missed the PK.
Yo, Nani is such a bitch. Oh my god, he literally cried the whole entire game.
You're gonna make Oscar upset, dude.
No. Where did he learn
true,
that? Where did he learn that though? What team did he learn that from?
Man,
Os golfinhos.
No, até lá.
All right. So first one is Bill, and you have. You can pick between questions 1 through 10.
10.
Yep.
I hope these are multiple choice.
They are all of them multiple choice. I helped you guys out here.
Thank
I'm
God.
going 10.
10. All right. In the summer of 2011, Benfica signed André Almeida from what club? Beira-Mar,
Oh, I know this.
União de Leiria, Bolonense, Passos Ferreira.
Belomense.
Got it.
Ding, ding, ding.
All right.
Who
Jay.
got it? Who got it? Never mind. Okay.
Jay, 1 through 9.
7.
Pick
7.
8, João Pinto, man.
2008-2009 Taça da Liga final. Benfica beat Sporting. Sorry, Paul.
Not sorry.
In penalties after a 1-1 draw. 2 players missed their penalties. Who were they? I'll name all 5 penalty takers. You got to tell me the 2 that missed.
Hey, no Google gate, okay?
Yeah, don't be Googling. No one. Show me your hands. Aymar, Cardoso, Katsuranis, David Luiz, Carlos Martins. 2 of those missed their penalty. Who were they?
David Luiz.
You're already wrong.
That's tough.
So it goes to Oscar. Aymar, Cardoso, Katsuranis, David Luiz, Carlos Martins.
Aymar missed.
Yeah.
And it's a Carlos Martins. No, it wasn't Carlos Martins. Peraí. Who's the other one again? Katsuranis, Carlos Martins.
Okay, 5 seconds. Come on.
Aymar, Cardoso, Katsuranis, David Luiz, Carlos Martins.
Oscar, next time I see you,
3 seconds. 3 seconds.
It's Carlos Martins.
Wrong.
No, he scored. It's now
Kenny.
a multiple choice.
Aymar, Cardoso, Katsuranis, David Luiz, Carlos Martins. 2 of them missed.
So Tank said David Luiz. He said Carlos Martins. So Aymar hit the other one. So it's one of which 2?
Não estás a ouvir?
Dude, hold on. Kenny's running out of time, too.
Aymar, Cardoso, Katsuranis, David Luiz, Carlos Martins.
So I'm going to say Katsuranis.
Yep.
Carlos Martins would have hit the last one to win it, donkey. He wouldn't miss it.
He didn't go in the order that they scored, that they shot.
That is the order they shot.
If I knew that.
Tricky.
Yeah, I'm on the board. Woo!
Kenny, let's see. Kenny's next. No, Oscar's next.
Oscar.
1 through 6, 8, 9.
8.
2010, 2011. Benfica played Braga in the Europa League semifinal.
Oh, son of a bitch.
We watched it at your house in Upton.
I know. I remember that game.
They won 2-1 at home. Cardoso scored the second goal. Who scored the first? Jardel, Luizão, Ruben Amorim, Saviola.
Holy shit.
5 seconds. 5, 4.
It was Jardel.
3. Yep. Damn.
There you go.
Sword.
Wow.
No. I was trying to remember between Jardel and Luizão. It was Jardel.
All right. Next is Kenny. 1 through 6.
4.
Okay, 4. What number did Petit wear for Benfica? 16, 6, 5, or 8?
Are you kidding me?
Dude, if you don't know.
5 seconds.
6.
Yep.
That's easy.
Why was mine so difficult?
Kenny's got 2. Bill's got 1. Oscar's got 1. Tank's got a big 0.
Because you picked number 7. You should have picked 8.
Now we're back to Billy. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 9.
Let's go 9.
In January 2011, Benfica signed Jardel from what club? Aves, Académica, Estoril, Olhanense. 5 seconds. 5.
Get it to me.
I know this one. I'm next, too.
Fuck.
Wrong.
Come on, dude.
Next one is Jay. 5 seconds. 5.
It's the one that starts with an O. Oyens. I can't even say it.
Yep.
He's on Google.
You got
No, I actually knew that. Shoemaker.
All right.
Shh.
1. So next is Jay. 1, 2, 3, 5, or 6.
Danny said 6. So I'm going to go with 6.
Oh, man. This is a good one. Danny's going to like this one. In January 2008, what team did Benfica pay $3.5 million to sign Mekukula?
Oh my God.
Vitória. Well, you just wasted your vote. They're not even an option.
Oh shit!
It's multiple choice.
Keep
Good
going.
guess. Good guess.
I'm next.
Good guess.
Oscar's next. The options are Setúbal, Sevilla, Académica, Alavés.
Sevilla.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ruth. Thank you very much. Because I would have said Maritimo too. Because I hate Maritimo. He's all alone.
Oh man, kid was coming in hot and he got it wrong.
It's a good guess. Good guess.
No, I would have guessed Maritimo too. I got it too.
Next is Oscar. 1, 2, 3.
1.
In what year did Benfica sign Luizão from Cruzeiro? 2001, 2002, 2003, or 2004? 5 seconds. 1,
2003.
2. Good guess.
Coming in hot, baby.
Well done.
All right. Next is
That was
Kenny. Oscar's got 3. Kenny's got 2. Jay and Bill got 1. Let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 2 left. All right. So,
Was it 2 and 3?
yep. Kenny's got 2 and 3.
So I'll go with 2.
All right. You need this. Stay in the race. In August 2005, you said 2, right?
2.
Yeah. In August 2005, Benfica signed Karagunis from what club? Olympiacos, Inter Milan, Panathinaikos, Lazio.
5
5
No
seconds.
chance you get this right.
Oh my god, this is the easy one too.
Panathinaikos.
Shit.
No.
Oh, that's my guess too.
Well, you were wrong. So
That was
Goes
my
back-
guess, Panathinaikos.
Goes back to Bill. Olympiacos, Inter Milan, Lazio. 5,
I don't think he was in Greece.
3, 2,
Inter.
1. Got it.
Damn, I would have guessed Panathinaikos.
I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
he
think he wasn't in Greece. I knew that.
He was on that team that played against us with Recoba and all those guys. Obafemi Martins. All right, and the last one goes to back to Bill. Question number 3.
and you only had 9 questions.
10.
10.
There's no way you went through that.
Miss
There's one missing one.
10, 9, 8, 7. Oh, 5. You got. Oh yeah, so 3 and 5. Sorry, 3 and 5. Which one do you want?
5.
Oh, that's a hard one. During 2007, 2008
3.
season,
3.
2007, 2008 season, Benfica made it to the round of 16 in the Champions League, being eliminated by what club with a 3-1 aggregate score?
Oh, I
What
know.
year?
Nuremberg, 2007, 2008. Nuremberg, Shakhtar, Celtic, and Getafe. 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3,
Celtic.
2. Celtic, wrong. Goes to Jay.
What was the options again?
Nuremberg, Shakhtar, and Getafe.
I'm gonna go Nuremberg.
Wrong. Oscar, Shakhtar, Getafe. 50-50 chance here.
Dude, it's me or Kenny, right?
5,
He's looking down. What are you looking down?
3.
What are you looking
Yeah,
down?
he's
at?
cheating.
Dude.
He's obviously
Oh, God.
Googling.
1.
He's Googling.
No, get Shakhtar.
Wrong.
Yes, I got it.
All right, so Kenny's tied.
Hey,
And
hey, last time I lost because you made this one a lot of points. So make this one worth 3 points.
all right, so this
Yeah.
one's 3 points. Jay's got it. The last one. Benfica and Lille in the Champions League group stage of the 2005-2006 season. Benfica won 1-0 with a goal in the 92nd minute. Who scored? Nuno Gomes, Mentorres, Simão, Mikuli. 5 seconds.
Mikuli, Cabeça.
Dude, it's not you.
Equally,
I thought you said it was
Lundell.
Equally, Kavissa. Hold on.
Oh
Am I right?
my
Am
god.
I right?
Yeah.
Hey, Oscar.
He wins. He just won. He wins. You
Well, you know,
idiot.
I want to thank
thought-
my fans out there. I want to thank Oscar
I thought-
for being an
Oh my
idiot.
God.
and staying
I
up to
thought
the
you
team
said
name.
everybody's
Appreciate it.
answers. I thought you said everybody's answers. at
Yeah,
once.
you
My
thought.
bad.
You see, you're not paying attention to what people speak.
Lundell.
You have to make up words on your own.
Unbelievable.
Chupe,
should have
que
been-
dos, caralho. Chupe,
Foi um
que dos.
golaço,
Should have been an
though.
open-ended.
It was a golazo,
points,
though.
for 3 points, it should have been to the group.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but guess what? Last week for the 2 points, it wasn't for the group.
It was.
so-
It was for the group.
was.
It wasn't
No, it
for
wasn't.
you.
It was.
It was.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was.
No,
Read
no,
back
no.
on the thing, guy.
No,
Read back.
was.
no,
You wanna
no.
go
Hey,
back?
Oscar,
Let's go
Oscar,
on.
guess what? I won this week in trivia, so suck it.
All
Hey,
right.
that's all right,
Hey,
bro.
kid, I want some popcorn.
All right.
Popcorn?
You don't
Oh,
get
you
any.
suck too.
All right. Well, thanks for everyone for listening. Just some information here. You can move that comment out of there. On Twitter, M Gonçalves 10, OB Portugal, Tank Defont, K Defont 4, Abilia Gonçalves. You can reach us at continuebenfiquista@gmail.com. Visit our website, articles in English, articles in Portuguese, continuebenfiquista.com. Listen to us on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. We're on Facebook. Like our page on YouTube. Subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell button so you can get notifications. On Instagram, we'll continue Benfiquista as well. We are also on Anchor for audio podcasts, also on Spotify. So we're on a variety of different platforms, so you can check us out and listen to us. Boys, any last thoughts before we jump off?
PZ's number one.
Okay. I just hope for a good week. Hopefully something similar to what we had, like maybe a draw. Well, I want 2 wins, so I'm
Yeah,
gonna
two positive results. That's what
We're gonna get some positive results. All right. Well, thanks everyone, and Viva Benfica. Oscar, you got the note?
No, I have PZ
Mash
number
the
one.
subscribe button, guys.
Mash it, bro. Come on.
All right. Thanks everyone. Have a good night, and thanks. Thanks for tuning in. See ya.
Take it.